Welcome back into another episode of Beyond the Game. I am your host, Jordan Barrett. Today, we're sitting down with one of the most versatile players in the triad. He started at North Forsyth before transferring to Walkertown. Today, we'll be talking about football, finding confidence in new environments, and life beyond the game. Whether you're a high school athlete, coach, fan, or a fan of local football, this is a story you're going to want to hear. Welcome to the show, Amari Mitchell.
How you doing?
Appreciate you. So let's just get right into it, bro. How did you get started into football? Like, what you remember how you got started playing football, and like when you realized like you really like or enjoy playing football?
So I was like 3 years old, and I always used to like see my cousin like football equipment inside my room and stuff like that. And then I just put it on one day and just like thought it was cool and used to like run around the house like and pretend like I was in a football game. And then I used to watch like a whole bunch of his games on YouTube, and
Mm-hmm.
then ended up going to one of his games like in person. And then like after that, I just like started playing football from when I was like 3 years old.
Where'd you play like your Pop Warner football at or AYF?
I used to live in New York, so I used to play for
Oh,
the
okay.
Brooklyn Renegades and the Brooklyn Chiefs.
Oh, okay. So what got your family to move down here or got you down here in North Carolina?
My mom like got a better job opportunity out here,
Oh,
so
okay.
she took it.
So what was it when you decided to when y'all came here and like you were going into high school to play football, like was North Forsyth just a school that was in your district? That's why you went there, or was there like a thought process into going to North?
I was just a school in my district because like in New York, we didn't have to go to schools that was in our district. Like we could go anywhere we wanted to because of
Oh,
like
okay,
the bus and the train. But here, it's like more spaced out, so you had to go to a school in your district.
okay. Would you say when you were playing football in New York, like when would you say that you really learned, like that you loved football, like this is really what you wanted to do?
Mm, I think after when I was like 7 years old and we went to nationals and we
Mm.
came in second place, like it just like yeah I could like get into the game and like this is something I really want to do.
So what would you say really went into your decision to transfer to Walkertown? Like why did you make the decision, and how do you feel about it?
So like when we went to the playoffs like and we lost, like everybody just got back on the bus and like just took it as like it was like a like we got another week of practice like and stuff like that
Mm.
and take it
Everybody
serious.
on the bus talking, playing around and stuff. Yeah.
So like after that, I was just sitting on the bus like just quiet. Like I didn't even want to
Mm-hmm.
open up my phone, didn't take off none of my stuff. And then
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, this not like something for me. Like can't be around people that don't really take the game serious.
That's yeah. No, that's real. We'll get into more of that a little bit later. But like you don't walk into a new team. This your senior year. Like you walking into a new team, new coaches. Like what would you say like your first impression is, or like yeah, what's your first impression of being at Walkertown?
Uh, a better environment, better opportunities.
How are you expecting, or like what do you see your role? Like what kind of role do you think that you'll play on this team? Like you think you're gonna be doing what you were doing at North, playing three different positions?
Yeah, that's what they got me doing now, and
Okay.
they just started like getting me to work at safety. So I'm
Okay.
gonna
So
be
you
around the whole field.
yeah, so you're gonna be playing a little bit more of like DB as a whole versus just corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So how would you say it is kind of balancing playing like all them positions? Like I understand like quarterback and receiver, like they kind of work hand in hand together. And then you got your safety and your safety corner. It's a few things that are different, but you're playing DB. But like whether it's watching film, like learning the playbook and everything, like on the offense or defensive side, like what would you say like some of the like challenges are playing all them positions?
Uh, just remembering the plays, like knowing what you got to do, and on certain plays and stuff. Because like certain people that play all those positions like either be mentally tired and like forget plays and stuff. But like me, I just I study like I remember every play like on the fly and like remember it like the first day. So like after a while, I just like and I just drink a lot of water like throughout the week and stuff. So I'd be like hydrated and don't really be
Hmm.
tired like going both sides of the ball.
Okay, okay. What position you really like playing? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to put you in a box or nothing, but like, what you more offense, more defense? You like playing quarterback? I mean, like I started playing when I came into high school. I was a quarterback. I played quarterback my freshman year, and then I moved to receiver. I went to East Forsyth,
Yeah,
uh, but like just because we had so many kids, we couldn't really play multiple positions or both sides of the ball. But
yeah,
like if and so I and then I made the switch to receiver. I had more fun because I was actually scoring touchdowns. Like it's cool throwing them and like everything.
yeah.
But like, what would you say for you, your favorite position is?
Uh, I'd say receiver, but like my first like actual position was quarterback though. Like even
Okay,
when I lived in New York, so like when I do go back to quarterback, I be having fun like and stuff like that because I be missing like playing quarterback. But my favorite
yeah,
position I'd say is receiver.
yeah. But you talking about like playing quarterback as a kid though, like really? I mean, yeah, you had some people that didn't play quarterback as a kid, but really when you young, you playing quarterback because you kind of the best player on the team, and like it's really the only way you're gonna get the ball in your hands for real.
Yeah,
And but bro, so now you done got to transfer, made the move to Walkertown. Now like this your first summer there. What has like during the summer for football players? That's really when we perfect our craft, when we get better. Like what would you say? Like I'll start with this. What has your like a typical day for you during the summer look like? Your summer routine kind of been?
so like Monday through Thursday after like regular practice, like weight room conditioning, and then going outside to practice. I'll go to speed training at like 2 o'clock, from like 2 to 4, and then sometimes I go to like from 6 to 8 o'clock. But like on Fridays, I'll go like at like 5 o'clock in the morning, train, and then like Saturdays I'll either go back or like we'll go to the field and work out or go on the hill and just work out and stuff like that. And then Sunday
Okay.
is just like a little like mental day off and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that to chill.
yeah. Nah, that recovery is important, bro. Like, yeah, I think that's an aspect, and I think like today's athletes as a whole, like I think recovery is kind of lost. So
Yeah.
like for me, just a little bit about me. Like I know this your interview, but just a little bit about me. I tore my ACL my junior year, my senior year, and then again my freshman year in college. And in
Mhm.
high school, I played football, basketball, and ran track.
Yeah.
And but I ran a school track and AAU track, and so I felt like the big reason for why I got hurt was because I wasn't having that recovery period. Like I was working out, like I would leave school track and then go to AAU track practice. It's like that's
Yeah.
just a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, so now that rest and recovery is real important. But you talk about like you was talking about like not getting tired when you like playing all these positions and like you do your speed training and stuff. Like how you run track too, right?
Yeah.
How would you say track has kind of helped you as a football player?
Uh like I think just running like conditioning a lot, like running like when I was at North, like my coach said he used to make me always run like 400s and like stuff at practice and just run like a lot. So like it just helped build my stamina and stuff. And then like even when we made it to states, like we was practicing like harder, like and
Okay.
barely was getting like water. Like we was getting water breaks, but like we just tried not to like always rely on the water break and stuff. So like
Hmm.
it just pushed that second gear in us.
Okay. Over this summer, what would you say have been the biggest jumps or development in your game? Like, what part of your games have you really been working on, and have you seen the most improvement? Yeah.
I say my speed and
Okay.
a little bit more of my route running.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 'Cause I mean, being a receiver, your speed is very important, but getting in and out of them breaks, how you getting off the line, Like that's if you can't, cause look, you can't do nothing if you ain't getting off the ball. Like you get
Yeah,
jammed up at the line, the whole play over. Quarterback, you
yeah,
get even if it looked like you got jammed up, quarterback looking off you, he going to the other side of the field, and so
yeah.
yeah. Are there any players specifically that you say that you would say that you kind of try to model your game after when you're working out or like that you watch film on and you kind of like, oh, I should kind of try to incorporate these parts of the game into what I'm doing.
Mm, I would say Tank Dell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tank. Yeah. What about what he does though that you do you like?
Uh, like him getting in and out his breaks.
Yeah.
And then like he not like the tallest player on the field and like the biggest player, but like he'll always make like a big play. Like
Always
he
make the
could,
play.
and he'll just always go up and get the ball however like wherever it's at.
So now that you done transferred here, like what in at Walkertown? I mean, I know this your first summer, first off season there, but have you really found yourself in any leadership positions on the team?
Yeah.
What would
At,
you say that you go ahead?
at receiver, like uh, I just always make sure like I hold everybody accountable, like drop passes, like knowing the plays, and just always like getting on the ball, like
Hmm.
and just like trying to remember everything and stuff. So like we all prepared and everybody on the same page.
Yeah. So I mean, football season ain't too far away, but I mean, when the season started, that just means you just got a week until school start. Or I think y'all the school schedule kind of changed up a little bit this year. I think y'all start a little bit earlier now,
Yeah.
but like I mean, you got a 4.2 GPA. So like, where would you say like your academics and stuff are kind of fit into like your overall dreams of not just playing football, but just like what are some of your dreams?
Uh, well, I want to be like a mathematician or do
Oh, okay.
sports marketing uh in college. So
No, yeah, you got to be in your books for that. That math stuff, yeah, you got to be in your books for that because
yeah,
that pre-calc is one thing, calculus is another thing. But then you get into that that shit they got you doing in college, nah, bro,
yeah,
nah. But so I mean, you at Walkertown, they came off an 8-4 season last year.
yeah,
What do you think you can really add to this team or like take them to the next level? Because I mean, I know you talk about when y'all lost in the playoffs. Like I know you didn't transfer to Walkertown to lose again in the playoffs. Like you did this because you're trying to make a state championship run.
yeah. I'd say like being like just being like another asset to the team. Like last year, they always say like they quarterbacks and stuff like their quarterback cost them like a lot of games and stuff. But like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the quarterback we got now, he'll be good, and then I could just always help like with running the ball and just like making big plays. Like everybody, like all the other receivers we got, we all can make big plays. But I feel like uh, I could just make big plays too at quarterback and moving around the field in general.
What games this year are you like kind of hyped or excited about this season? I mean, y'all open up the season August 22nd at Atkins. Are there any games or anything that you really like excited about? I
Reesville.
mean, y'all got that. I was about to say y'all got that Reedsville game, and that them boys they done won a few state championships, and they. I mean, when you look at, I guess I just look at it like from a standpoint, a competitive standpoint, making a name for yourself. Like if you want eyes on you and recruits, because they gonna be there looking at the tight end, and
Yeah,
so if you can really make a name for yourself in that game, so yeah, and I think that's a big game for y'all. I mean, I don't want to ask you like what like your predictions are for the season or nothing, but like do you think you guys are kind of just gonna build on that 8-4 season? Well, that 8-4 season that they had last year.
yeah.
What have kind of been the challenges in learning that playbook, the new playbook though at Walkertown? Like, do they run any complex schemes on defense or on offense?
Uh, Not really. I'd say like it's just we don't like as of right now we don't use like huddle and stuff. So like people at like last year at North like everybody used to rely on huddle, but like you gotta just like know the plays just off like the
Oh
hand
yeah, nah,
signals and
yeah,
stuff.
hand signals, yeah. Okay, and learning an offense. So in some high school offenses, I've learned that they don't necessarily they don't necessarily position their receivers. Like they'll have like just your split or your outside receiver, and you have your slot. At Walkertown, is there a little bit more like X, Y, your Z, and stuff like that, or is it kind of split up like your outside receivers and your slot receivers?
Uh, we kind of do both. Like we split
Okay.
it and then like have an X, Y, and Z. But like for us, our X is always gonna be to the left side. So and then
Mm,
our Z will always be to the right side.
okay. That's interesting. That's your X. So I mean, is there a reason for that? Like,
Uh,
it's just
I don't know about that, but
it's just
it
oh okay.
probably
That's just
is.
what the
But
coaches do.
yeah, but I don't know
Okay.
the reason behind it.
Okay. No. So I mean, this your in your last year. What kind of last year in a new program? Like, what kind of like mark are you trying to leave on this program? Like, what do you after this season? What do you want your teammates to really say about you?
Uh, I was just like a dog for real. Like I was one of them dudes.
What do you think is really going? What do you think really separates you from other receivers or another receiver? Like, in not just in y'all's offense at your school, but like across the state. What do you think separates you?
Uh, my ability to just go up and get the ball. Like me, I just like from like the beginning of the summer, I just been practicing like and playing in 7-on-7s and scrimmages and stuff like without gloves on and stuff. So
Hmm.
I just been making like a whole bunch of tough catches like without gloves and like people be surprised about it and think like I'd be like it's hard to do it, but like it's not really hard to like play and catch without your gloves and stuff. And then like when the ball in the air, like my mom and my pops always tell me like if the ball in the air, like you better come down with the ball.
It's
Like no,
yours.
yeah, no
Yeah,
ifs
it's
and buts
yours.
about it.
Yeah. What you talk about, people think it's hard, but I mean, I I think a lot of and receivers now, like a lot of people just want they looking for that big flashy the plays, and so I think a lot of the fundamentals and like what really makes a good receiver is being lost. And like you talk about catching the ball, like people want to wear gloves and stuff because they like they pretty, they look good, like it's part of your swag, like.
Yeah,
But that don't stop people. You got to learn how to look the ball into your hands. You got to learn like when you putting your thumbs together and when you putting your pinkies together, like catching a football, and it's just a lot of different stuff. So I like that. I like that you really like you take the time to really focus on catching the ball, because I think like as my coach used to say at East, like you're a receiver, you supposed to know how to catch the ball. Like what really
yeah,
makes you a receiver is blocking and stuff like that. That's what really separates you. But I think now like it's a lot of kids that just flat out can't catch the ball. But
mhm.
you talk about what's like what separates you and stuff. So what kind of has been your what's recruiting kind of been like for you? What's that process been like?
It's been going well. Like a lot of camps and stuff that I went to this past summer or this summer, and like coaches been reaching out to me and just been telling me like they want to see like the first 3 games of the season and see like how I could do. But most of the coaches that seen my film were just telling me like I improved like from like my film from North till now and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I think that's big though that they can. That it hadn't even been a full season. You talking about a matter of off season, and they already seeing that improvement and that jump, and I think that's big for you. Yeah, that's big for you, man. What like how do you kind of do you look at recruiting as any pressure, and like how do you handle that?
Nah, cause I know like my grades could take me anywhere I want to go.
Oh, that's real. That's real because that's real. But I think that goes back to I did an interview with um with the guy. His name was Naki Martin. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah.
But Naki played receiver at East Forsyth. Bro he had one season. His junior year, he had 47 catches, but bro had over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. Like you hear some numbers like that, it's like you gonna think, bruh, going big D1.
Yeah.
Like, but then, like, he talked about it. He just wasn't. He didn't have the grades. He wasn't really doing what he was supposed to do. And so,
Yeah.
and so I think that's really big, and that's great that, like, yeah, you have your aspirations and your dreams for playing football, but you know that this ain't the end all be all for you. And I think for a lot of people, that's kind of what it is. Um, but what would you what would you say as far as like playing football has kind of translated or transferred, like, or carried over into life? Like, what kind of lessons do you think you've been, like, football has taught you about life?
Mm, just every battle you go through, like just always keep your chin up, and just never like quit. Like just don't ever give up on yourself. Like no matter like how hard stuff get, and
Mhm.
just always be like true to yourself for real.
He was talking about coaches watching your highlight film and stuff. If you outside of not just coaches, but just anybody kind of watching your film, what would you what are you kind of hoping that they see or realize? Like, kind of, I guess outside of you just being able to go up and make catches and go get the ball, what would you say that you hope people see when they are watching your film?
Uh, that I'm a block on every play. I don't take plays off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I'm running the ball, like I'm yeah, I don't always go down. I don't go down for the first person. Like it take like more than one person to tackle me. I'ma always run the ball hard. Like no matter like how big you are, how tall you are, and stuff. Like I'ma always fight for them extra yards.
I guess, like, outside of sports, like, what would you want college coaches or like anybody that's just meeting Amari, like, what would you want them to know about you as a person, behind not just you being an athlete?
Uh, that I'm respectful. I got a positive attitude all the time, and like my personality, like I always just got a smile on my face, and I just know how to like light up a room and just make everybody like feel comfortable and just laugh and stuff.
And so what would you say, like, when you like playing football?
Mm.
I think in life, this is kind of in life. Kind of to go back to the life lessons thing. Like, we're gonna have our ups and our downs. Like, but in football, like, let's just say you going, whether it's mentally or you going through a losing streak or something. What would you say kind of helps you stay on track or like bounce back from that?
Uh, just talking to God for real,
Hmm.
and just like
Hmm.
always like just keeping a positive mindset about it and not like stressing myself about it.
No, that's real. But I don't know, yo. I don't. I This is my first time meeting you, bro, and I'll say for you to have such like a very calm, cool demeanor, and like some of the answers that you're giving are very mature for somebody. What, you 17, 18?
16.
Oh, you 16. See, like, that's even crazy. Like, you 16, you gonna be graduating high school when you 17. Like, I think that maturity is showing in this interview, and I think that's big, bro. Like, that's big.
Thank.
For sure. What would you what would you kind of say? Um, like, yeah, I asked you, like, being in new coaches and stuff like that, new teammates. What would kind of be like? What was kind of surprising to you when you got to Walkertown? Like,
Uh, just the way like everybody in practice like everybody just close like in general like at
mhm.
North like people would just have like their own groups like kind of like just not like they'll talk to people in practice but like outside of it like they'll just like
Oh yeah,
man
it's a little
talk.
bit more of a team environment at
Yeah,
Walkertown. Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's real. But I think that also goes to just where how Walkertown is, like where it is, how it's structured and stuff like that. Just because Walkertown, like the town, it's a town. Like that shit is small. Like,
yeah,
everybody, I mean, it ain't really. I mean, it's everybody kind of know everybody, and that's kind of how Winston is as a whole. But especially like you get Walkertown, Atkins, Carver, like kind of like that. But
yeah.
um, do you got any advice for any younger kids, anybody watching this? Like, what would you either whether they are in Pop Warner, a freshman, like in high school, like anything?
uh I say just always work. Like don't really take a day off or like take plays off or like even when you're on the field and like you make a bad play, like don't don't get in your head about it too much and just always play with like a positive attitude, like
Yeah,
and just be you. Cause at the end of the day, like if you're one of those players like that people hate so much because like you're always laughing, smiling on the field and stuff, like that's just because that's who you are. Like you going that just showed them like damn, you can't really get in my head or anything like that. Like you can't get
yeah,
in his head for real. So just like don't let nobody ever try to get in your head about messing up on one play or just like anybody in general, just like mess you or take you out the game.
yeah. Because I think we talk so much about the physical aspect of playing football, but it is so much mental too. Like not getting out of your game, but being able to. I guess yeah, like you were saying though, just kind of staying in your game, playing your game, and because over a course of a game, you looking at anywhere between like depending on how fast your offense is, anywhere between 50 to 70, maybe 80 plays a game,
Yeah,
and especially if you're one of those guys, you can't really be down because you messed up on a play because we need you to bounce back and come back for the next one. So
yeah,
like that mentality, that's real, that's big, and I think a lot of people could use that advice just because one play don't really define you as a player. And I think like that go to life, like one moment, one situation don't really determine you, make you who you are. It's how you bouncing back from it.
yeah.
But what would you say your like your for your vision, like where do you see yourself in, I guess, like 5 years or so?
Mm. I see myself either in college or like just being successful for real. Like it don't matter what I do, like just being a successful person and just like building on like my own legacy and just doing what like my cousin did or doing like what he did but better, basically.
Mm, hey bro, that was a good interview, bro. I appreciate you for getting on here with us, bro. Let the people know where they can follow you.
You can follow my Instagram at PERKK0.
All right, man. Big shout out to Amari for sharing his football journey with us, bro. We definitely gonna be tuned in for their senior season, bro. Best of luck to you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
if you got any value from this conversation, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Any names, any people you want me to interview next, man. I appreciate y'all, and this is another episode of Beyond the Game.